So we're going to have a eulogy after my blessing that's going to take 2.5 hours.
Yes. Yes.
So I'll shorten mine. Mine will only be 2 hours. The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
We got some old Catholics here. How about this one? Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth.
And 9. Frank was a noble man who was loved by all. That he was. You know, the only part missing in that piece was how successful Frank was. And I don't mean successful in terms of material wealth, but very much in terms of the success defined by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And I quote, "To earn the appreciation of honest critics, to endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a little bit better, whether by a healthy child or 4 healthy children, a garden patch, or maybe a vineyard, or a redeemed social condition. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded." And to you, Frank, I would like to close by paraphrasing one of my favorite philosophers, Winnie the Pooh. If there ever comes a day when we can't be together, I will always keep you in my heart, and you'll stay forever. I love you, Frank.
No one but us could have ever have known what an amazing time it was for all of us to have lived within blocks of each other in San Francisco. All of the time we spent together on a daily basis, all of the love and the laughter, the genuine time that we truly enjoyed being together. We can never go back, only in our minds, but know that we are content to have lived it and can continue to pass this on to our own families. My father taught us about how to treat people. Always be polite and personable. Accept people for whom they are. Do not pass judgment. Do the best you can. Be the best you can. Try your hardest, and know that in the end, it would all be worth it. There was always a lesson to be learned. This is the greatest gift that my father has passed on to me and that I have passed on to my own children.
We have a lot of what we call Frankieisms, because our dad, he talked to us over and over again and shared with us his thoughts, his philosophy. He lived a life that we could see he modeled. He literally modeled who he wanted us to be. So I just have a few lines about some of the things that I learned from my dad. Some of them will sound very cliche from the older crowd because we were all kind of raised like that. Number 1, be yourself. Be true to yourself. Be strong. Don't be afraid to speak up for who you are or just to be who you are. Work hard. I never saw a day in my father's life where he wasn't doing something, working hard, trying to improve himself, trying to learn something new, or just having fun carving. But he was working hard. Have confidence in yourself. Be confident. Know who you are. You don't have to be perfect, and you can make mistakes. That's very important because our father learned a lot of things by making mistakes, and he had the utmost confidence in life.
And one of the things he would also say is he'd always, when you kind of thought to yourself, oh man, what a bad break, or, things aren't going my way, he'd say, you know what? It's better than getting jabbed in the ass with a sharp stick. So, I'd sit there and say, you know what, my dad's like Confucius. He really is. He's like Socrates, man. So, he never said anything bad, but he had these quirky sayings that he would always say. And another thing that we would always laugh about, obviously he was really big into art. It's funny because I listened to what, Kathy and Karen said and Dennis, and I'm thinking, man, I'm totally opposite from my dad. I can't do art. I can barely handwrite. I can barely change a freaking light bulb. You know, he was always a sharp dresser. You know, this is my outfit that I wear to everything. Thank God you're not out in New Jersey, because I wear this all the time. So, you know, and he was 70 years old. He had a convertible. He was driving around with no shirt on. Like, who does that? Who does that at 70 years old? He does. He was Tom Jones or something. I don't know. He really was. He was Hugh Hefner. He was a package of Hugh Hefner or Tom Jones. He wasn't a beatnik. He just was, you know. And the thing was, he was in great shape till his mid-70s. I'm like, holy Christ, I'm doing like going to the gym. I'm doing CrossFit. Dad takes off his shirt at 70s. Just a big fat piece of dough. I'm like, it's embarrassing. But, and we always laugh, the kids and the family always laugh, because as an artist, you know, his sculpting and his paintings, you never have to question my dad's sexuality. Let's put it that way. Because anything he did, as you can see, there seems to be a theme here. You know, it's all women, okay? And basically, there's a ton of bust with breast, and he had a fixation with breasts, which, you know, God bless him. And it never stopped. As he got older, I think his insatiable appetite for breasts just grew and grew, to be honest with you. But it was incredible. So, you know, the only one that's here in the middle, which I actually think is Gary's face. I think it is. And I don't know if he's seeing himself naked in the mirror for the first time or what. Plus, for some reason, my dad did his hair like Don King. So, I don't know what that was about. But he truly was.
I only wish I had that.
Yeah, I know. You got a lot of forehead to wash, brother. He may have liked you better, but I got better hair. All right? So, but we were fortunate. Like Karen says, you know, very self-effacing. And I learned how to be that way because of my father. Never take yourself too seriously. You know, I know it's been repeated a few times. Enjoy your life. I know he's looking down right now and seeing all this family and friends and, you know, cousins. And I mean, I'm seeing cousins I haven't seen for years. And on both my dad and my mom's side, so it's fantastic. It's just nice that we could get together. And, you know, I said I wasn't going to cry, but I'm weak. I'm a sissy. So, but it's great that we get to spend time together, guys, and come out and celebrate his life, because, you know, Dad was never one to feel sorry for himself. So, you know, he wouldn't want to sit there saying, oh, you know, oh my God, you know, it's horrible. You know, he really, up until the end, was just so positive and so upbeat, enjoyed life to the fullest. So I'm sure he's staring down, saying, hey man, this is the way I wanted to go out.
For a brief moment, he was frightened. He was a frightened man. And he showed me that. He told me that. And as we talked, I began to see him in a new light. A light that I had never experienced. And not necessarily as a father, but just as a fellow human being. We reached common ground. And this is brief. I'll always treasure those moments. He was a good man. He was, as my sister said, and my brother, he was a Leo. Didn't sweat anything. Kept moving ahead. Didn't look at the past. And I'll always remember that about him as well. He will be missed. I love him. And I just want to thank everybody for coming out and sharing his life with us. This is something that we'll never forget. And I feel blessed to be a part of this. And let's eat.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, birds fly over the rainbow, Why, oh then why can't I